Hi, my name is Sabine, and today we're going to learn a little bit about pollution. What is pollution? Pollution is what happens when we do certain things that harm our Earth. There are three main types of pollution: air pollution, land pollution, and water pollution. We will start with air pollution. Air pollution is caused by cars and factories putting harmful gases and chemicals into the air. In LA, we see air pollution when it gets smoggy outside. Smog is bad for your lungs and makes it hard to breathe. Next, we will talk about land pollution. I want you to think about how many things you throw away in a day. Now, I want you to imagine every person on Earth also throwing away that much stuff. That's a lot of trash. All of that trash goes to a landfill, or sometimes gets left outside. That's called littering. All of this is called land pollution. Some of the things that you throw away are worse for the environment than others. Plastic is especially bad because it is made with toxic chemicals that can harm animals and the environment. Finally, we'll talk about water pollution. Having clean water in our lakes, rivers, and oceans is really important because it is a home for lots and lots of animals. We also need clean water to drink and to help us grow food. Boats and factories can make water dirty by putting gasoline and other chemicals into it. People can also make water dirty by littering. For example, have you ever seen trash in the ocean or on the beach? That can be harmful to animals because some of them try to eat it thinking it is food. So, what can we do to try and keep our Earth clean? Remember the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Think about how often you drive in a car, how long you spend in the shower, how much trash you throw away, or how often you leave the lights on when you leave a room. All of these things make up what we call your footprint, which is how much of an impact you have on the environment. We want our footprint to be as small as possible. How can we reduce our footprint? Turning off lights, using less water, and driving less or carpooling when we go places. Now, we'll talk about how to reuse things that might have been thrown away. For example, plastic food containers can be cleaned out and used to store other things. Today, we are going to reuse some of our trash to make art. Think about some other creative ways to reuse trash, like turning them into flower pots. Lastly, we are going to talk about recycling. Some kinds of trash can be taken to a special place called a recycle center and remade into new things. You can recycle plastic bottles, glass, and metal cans. Now we're going to make some art. Now that we've learned a little bit about pollution and some ways to save it, it's time to make some art. Today, we are going to be making an art piece about ways that we can help keep our Earth clean. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to think about all the things that we learned today and choose one thing that you think you can start doing right now. I chose to pick up trash and to do an art piece about littering. Remember, you can choose anything you want, but you have to make your own art piece. The next thing you'll need to do is pick out your materials. You can use leaves or plants from outside, or you can use trash and things from inside your house. Or you can do what I did and use both. You'll also need a piece of paper, which can be any color you want, and some liquid glue. Here are the materials I gathered. I have a flower, some grass, and a stick from outside. I also have some cotton balls and some scraps of paper from inside. The next step is to arrange or plan your art piece. Lay out your materials on your paper and move them around until you're happy with how it looks. Then, you'll need to take everything off your paper and put down a thin layer of glue. While the glue is still wet, arrange your materials on top of your paper. This is how my finished art piece turned out. The last step is just to wait for your art to dry. Then, share it with your family and friends. Thank you for watching, and I miss you all.